And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze it.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
64 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Options galore here, second and a few inches. From the shotgun, again to Elliott, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Lance. McKinnon here, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Watch the team. Black shot. The team. I'm coming. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
Lance now to throw.
In your face.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he floats one there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the
fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously...
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something... ...a chance.
Murray off play action. Quick slant, caught by Moore. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, it's Hines. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. In the first half, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Lance going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football after. afterwards, this is a tough one to overturn.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Rolling to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's run. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15.
From the gun, it's Lance. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Got a man, that's Ayu. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. He'll get this to Elliott. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Buying time to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Murray now. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And they go the wrong way. A yard in the wrong direction. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
Key to tight end. 3 down. Joker. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Here we go.
Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that. I've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field. Mike 4. Too little, Captain. 49, check 49.
Murray to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.